There's really not saying what these comments are gonna do to me. Honestly, I think this is just awful. Like, people are really coming after me. I don't know, is there hope? Can we recover from this? Could this be the end of DBCB Exotics? Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a pretty special video because we are going to be talking about TikTok. Yes, TikTok, the wonderful app that is used by so many people. I think, but at this point, billions and billions of downloads. And you know what? I was one of those lucky people that just happened to go viral from it. Now you may be asking yourself, Dakota, going viral on TikTok, what does that even mean? Who really cares? And what room are you in? This isn't the usual room. Well, you're right there, guys. I'm in my bird room, actually. We got Dante on the right, and we got Annabelle on the left. This is a horrible room to film in because there is a window right here that's doing horrible lighting, and there's a window to my right that's doing horrible lighting. So it's not gonna be a very lit video, but birds. Maybe I'll film it like this. Look at Dante in the shot. Look, you're on video. You're a good bird. Yeah, we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna be this close to your giant beak. Is that okay? Yeah? I might get bit during this video, watch. Alright, so let me explain. So I think this was about a week ago or so, I posted what I thought was a pretty funny TikTok of Dante right here. It was actually originally a Snapchat, but I thought, you know what, this is pretty humorous. I'm gonna put it on my TikTok. No one watches my TikToks anyway. I think my most viewed one before this was like 200 views, so I was like, screw it, let's put a funny bird video in there. And I put that funny bird video in there, and then it got some views. And then it got more views, and more, and more, and it just keeps going pretty much. I think we're up to 270,000 views at this point. My TikTok just really blew up after that. I went from like, I think 30 or 40 followers to 1900, maybe a little less than that. And yeah, there was some pretty good stuff. But here's what's not so fun about that. Now, for people that don't know what the bird community is, you don't own birds, you simply just own reptiles, that's probably why you're on this channel, not because it's a bird channel. I think I'll post maybe 2 or 3 bird videos. The bird community, you think the reptile community is toxic, the bird community is, oh so much worse. So, with view after view that I got, I also got comment after comment. So many comments of just bad things, and just really what a horrible owner I am, right? I'm a bad owner, right? No. Hey. Gotta go. You're making me look dumb. Making me look dumb. Do it. This looks better, and we get to see both birds. Now, I should probably restart the video, but nah. Right, a lot of you are probably confused. I'm really not starting this out at the best point, but here we go. Let's get into it. First off, probably need some context. You have no idea what the video is about, or what kind of bird video, or really why so many people dislike me because of that video. So let's roll that right now. It's about 12 seconds long. Let's get it. The notorious bird video. Hey! What? Now I know what you guys are thinking. What's bad about that, Dakota? It was a funny little video. Maybe some of you are going in the same path that this mob that came after me. This was a horrible video and I'm a horrible bird owner. I don't know, man. I just, honestly, come here. One shot, come here. I don't know, man. I think it's just, before we get into it, it's just hilarious that people can take a 12-second video with no context in it whatsoever. This is what we're doing now. We take no context in it whatsoever and merely just state these horrible things that I'm doing to these animals. I'm gonna go back, is that what? All right. Just, what a horrible person I am, just an animal abuser. Just in that 12-second video you can get out of that. Makes sense, right? God, I hope these birds save this video because the content sure isn't gonna do it. Jesus Christ. Alright, so you saw the fun video. Good stuff. Let's dive into this comment section because it is, it's some good stuff. Let's see what we're at right now. So at this point in time, you're at 278,000 views, and Oh dear Lord, 281 comments. I probably won't read all of these. I'm probably gonna sift through and just pick out the good ones. But I don't know, maybe, is this a response video? What even is this? I have no idea. I just think this video is hilarious and the response that it got is hilarious. So let's dive in. Buddy, you gotta be quiet for the video. Quiet. Here. There you go. Let's get into this video, starting with just some of these amazing comments. Now remember, people, I don't know, you guys probably actually don't know how much I care for these. I've had these birds for probably years. That one I've had for 4 or 5 years. She's a little camera shy. I gotta keep her away from this big lug. I've had this bird for 2.5 years, I think, at this point. Of course, they have many play stands. You've seen them in previous videos. They come out pretty much all the time. He's pretty much always on this stand. She's either in the room or the living room with me, or she comes out and he moves. They're always on the move. They're always in different areas. I don't know why. People are, what is it? You want me to be quiet? Is that what it is? Are you done? You done from me talking? Is that what it is? Do the thing. Oh, and to just add some context into this, you know, it was first thing in the morning. I don't know, I probably slept in, it was, I don't know, 8:30, something like that. You know, I turned the reptiles on, let the dogs out, then come in the bird room, feed them, water them, change papers, things like that. So that was pretty much it. What? That was the, that was the base time that this was around. I tried to answer people's that, but at this point it kind of just became just mob mentality of people dogpawing. I think after like 16,000 views I just stopped answering because it was not worth it. But hey, let's get into some of these great comments. You're good, bird. Number 1. They don't like being locked away. They are don't eat my phone. They don't like being locked away. They are social birds and it need to be with family. My thoughts exactly. He doesn't want to be hidden. They scream. Are you gonna eat my phone? Is this not gonna work? Don't get sassy. You getting sassy? You getting sassy? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. So I don't want to actually go too much into this because this thing has like 40 replies. Basically, the consensus is birds should never be locked away. They should always be out 24/7. And then they go, well, if it's caged, it needs to be where the action is. They've owned people. This person has owned 2 blue and golds. They know exactly what that scream means, and they should not be locked away. He wants attention, guys. He just screamed. That means he wants attention, right? Oh. Just a bad bird owner, I guess. This video's kind of so salty, man. I don't know. What am I doing, bud? What am I doing? I wanted to high five. But yes, the bird was just screaming for attention. That was the exact scream. This bird has owned 2 blue and golds. They know exactly what they're talking about. And if the bird is caged, then it needs to be in the center where the action is. This bird wants to be with the attention, and that's why. It can't be caged. If it's caged, it needs to be in the family room. It's screaming for attention. They only scream for attention. That's not true. I mean, I could go really into that, but I'm just not. That's not true. Birds scream for a number of reasons. This one happens to be a... This one happens to be a rescue for people that are new to the channel, haven't seen some of my old videos. This is Dante. He's a blue and gold. He is a 6-year-old macaw. I think he's going on 7 at this point. Maybe, right? I gotta check the date. Maybe he's going on 7. He's getting up there. I mean, not for macaw years, but you know, he's getting a little old. No, I want you to hang out with me. This bird was abused for the first 5 years of its life. At this point, he does not like any fast movements. He does not like when you raise your voice, even when I'm enunciating for the video to make it sound good. He doesn't like that, as you can hear with his vocals. This bird is not a bird that really enjoys attention. Get back on the tree, doesn't really want me holding him. This bird doesn't like people too much. Loves my wife. Pretty much anyone else can here. Pretty much anyone else he does not care about. It's gotten to the point after 2 years of working with him that I can pet him at some point. I usually get 3 good pets before he doesn't want me to go near him anymore. sound quality is just gonna be great in this video. But that's the thing, birds scream for a number of reasons, not always for attention. For the most part, this guy actually is a pretty quiet macaw, as long as you stay quiet. We have to stay quiet. As long as you stay quiet. For the most part, he usually screams if he sees anything outside. We live in a pretty rural area, so sometimes we get the feral cats, some wildlife, cars passing by. He wants me to, I gotta whisper, he wants me to whisper. Is that what? You want me to whisper? But just to summarize, is Dante locked in a cage? Yes. Is he always locked in a cage? No. He's out. They're actually out for pretty much most of the time. Of course, they need to go back in to eat, drink water, things like that. But they're out a lot of the time. You can hear them in most of my videos. They're pretty vocal. If anything, if they hear me talking at any point, they're like, I want to talk too. So that's pretty much that. That answers that question. Only 206 more to go. He doesn't want to be shut... He doesn't want to be shut away all alone. Well then, don't lock him away. Never leave birds all by themselves. This is horrible. He's alone in a room all by himself. Well, that bird right there, that bird over there. This is the bird room, how most, or a lot of people that own multiple birds keep their birds inside a designated room with designated things. Just one of... This is just one of Annabelle's PVC stands. Of course, you saw in the recent video, Dante has another PVC stand. I had to tear it down because it wouldn't actually fit through the door frame when we moved rooms. So I have to figure out how to put it back together, but for right now, he just has 2 Java wood stands. So yeah, there's probably, I think there's actually like 30 comments saying how awful I am because I locked the bird in a room all alone. There's 3 birds. Good detective skills though. Comment number 3. I would be freaking too if I needed to be outside instead. What the fuck? I would be freaking too if I needed to be outside instead of a cell. Yes, bird cages are cells. That is common information. Birds don't need to be outside all the time. He's probably in his cage to eat or play with toys. You're right. What was I thinking? I had forgotten about the lavish homes that are their sanctuary in the rainforest. Silly goose. You got the itches? You got the itches? Don't eat my cell phone. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna make this a 30-minute video going into all the wild versus captivity thing. It's just the same thing in reptiles that is gonna be in birds. You know, there are a lot of different elements that go into being in wild, and there are a lot of different elements going into being in captivity. Of course, it's different. Of course, these are captive raised birds. I have no idea what generation captive bred this macaw is. I don't really have much information on him, but I do know for a fact that he is captive bred. I know where he was hatched and raised, and then I know that he was abused for 5 years. That's about all the it's about all the information that I know. These birds probably crack me up. What? That is all the information that I have on this bird. It's in captivity, of course. I don't know, man. You want to go to the lavish forest? I can take you outside. It's a cool 75, and it'll be 50 at night. Does that sound like a good treat to you, bud? This is dumb. This is a dumb video. Having a parrot is like having a 2-year-old for 80 years. No thanks. Facts. Big facts. Not all parrots live till 80, only like African greys. That's not true. That's not a true fact. African greys don't live to be 80. Usually 60 is around the average lifespan for a full... Are you gonna start now? Are you guys ganging up on me? This is how the video is gonna go? African greys don't live to 80, they live to around 40 to 60 years old, anywhere in that captivity, depending on, you know, how healthy they are, diet, things like this, and they're not gonna live to 80. This guy might live to 80. That's a big if, you know, the first 5 years, I have no idea what kind of nutrition he was getting, things like that, no idea with the diet, and of course, the added stress of being in that kind of household. So, just roughly, you know, as generality. Greys, I don't know, about 40 to 60. Macaws, usually like 70, 75. Macaw are more social than other birds, and I I don't know if they misspelled that or if I'm just dumb. It could be a little of both, I'll be honest. And I reclaim spending more tomb with them, and you should let them out for a while and play with them. That's what I think about that. I don't know. It's a 12-second video, people. Like, I don't know where the context came. Like, it literally, like, I showed a 12-second video and everyone's thinking, wow, this guy's the worst. He just locks his macaw all day, every day in that cage. What an awful owner. Facts. Maybe because she in solitary confinement there, bruh. I think I'm just gonna delete TikTok. I think I'm just gonna delete TikTok. This is, oh. Dante, my head hurts. My head hurts reading this stupid comments. Yeah, stupid comments. Don't say stupid, it's a bad word. He needs a buddy, but then they would both be in there yelling. Facts. Big facts. They yell all the time. Birds. 45. He doesn't like being all alone. He's screaming because he doesn't belong in a cage. Alright, Dante, I gotta be honest with you. These videos actually might be bad for my health. I can feel the blood pressure. I think I have high blood pressure at this point, and I don't know, man, it's just... Some of these are actually pretty good. Beautiful, but I could not take the noise. Yeah. If this is your life now. Been that way for 6 years. 5 years? I don't know. Neighbors must think you're going to town. I don't think that's what that noise sounds like. I always thought the same thing as everyone when I first saw a bird. My fam took care of a parrot for 1 week. It was hell. I'm not an animal dude. Actually, this brings up a good point. People, do your research before you get a parrot, because it is a lot of noise 24/7. I don't know, honestly, I've just been growing up with animals all my life, and now I've been taking care of animals for so many years. My job for, I don't know, I believe 1.5, 2 years was raising birds. I had at least, I don't know, 78 birds in my care, so I'm just used to the noise at this point. Sometimes it gets a little much, but honestly, birds are just a tremendous amount of work. This is probably a good little calling card, or I guess segue. To make this video, you actually have some purpose instead of me just rambling and being salty. You know, just do your research before you get a parrot. It's a lot of work. There's so many things that we have to do with these birds, so many different foods we have to make, so much attention that they need. They need a lot of attention, right? Right? And number one, try to rescue instead of buying a bird. I'll be honest, there are so many birds that need homes. I mean, it's just like anything like cats and dogs. Instead of just going to some little pet shop and buying a bird from them where, you know, there's so many birds that need good homes, and not all of them, you know, I take the worst of the worst cases on. Annabelle over here was pretty much completely naked except for her head. When I first got her, Dante would viciously try to charge and attack you if you went anywhere near his cage. He's extremely territorial in cage aggression due to the abuse that he got. Isla is a 22-year-old breeder whose mate died in a horrific accident that had to do with rats, so she was a single bird and then got no attention for a huge number of years, so now she just stays in my care. Birds are a lot of work, but not all rescues are really as this intense. I just take the worst of the worst because, I don't know, I'm crazy. I don't know, I'm mentally ill, and I like taking on the worst case scenarios that I can find. What? Yes, you're the worst case scenario. You are not the best bird. I'm gonna be honest, you're a good bird, not the best out there. I don't know, I feel like if I don't take these birds, I don't know who will, you know, like who's gonna take a bird that way? I don't have any videos. I probably should have videoed, would have been cool. Oops, sorry, but I keep hitting the wood, it's right by my knee. This is actually way before I made a YouTube channel or even was any kind of social on my, you know, social media platform is the word I was looking for. That's just it, but this bird was, this was a lot of work. This is really my star project, just that he can be here. He'll do stuff like, no, 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 no. There, just go from behind. He steps up, he's a good bird. If I try hard enough. Scratches? 1. Scratches? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, he can get scratches now. He never used to do that. He was, yes, yes. Does not like being on me too much. You know, it's just, I'm rambling. I'm just completely rambling at this point. I don't think anyone is watching up to this point. Summarize, rescue a bird. Think a lot before you get one. They are a huge responsibility. I see so many people that get birds and then a week, 2 months, a couple of years, they rehome it. I see so many ancient birds, just really old birds that have spent so many years in someone's home and they just get passed around over and over. It's a lot of work. I can tell you this in the bottom of my heart, these birds will never leave my home. I don't care how much the macaw drives me crazy, how much the Annabelle likes to mimic just these wild noises like fire alarms, things like that. I don't care. I made the commitment to these birds. I signed the contract in my head. I didn't sign a contract. I made the commitment to these birds that they were going to be in this home for the rest of my life, and I'm going to do the best care that I can at this time. I guess that's really the real point why I'm so upset, I guess salty if you will, because there's a bunch of, you know, 13, 14, 15-year-olds that have no bird experience where I've had years and years bird experience, people, you know, getting trained by people that have been doing this for 32 plus years. I know a lot about birds. And I made a huge commitment to these birds and I try to give them the best they can. And now I have 13-year-olds on the internet telling me what a horrible person I am. That's my rant. Should we continue? Maybe I'll read a couple more. I don't know. You know what, maybe I'll just do a lightning round and just like knock off a bunch of these that really just irk me and then we'll wrap this up. Probably scream because he's locked in his cage in a room with a closed door. Most rooms have doors. Am I right? They like perches and to be with people all the time. I'd do the same if I had wings and was locked in a cage all my life. Aw, don't keep the poor baby in a cage. Isolation for a social bird? Poor bird locked up. Wow, so many experts weighing in based on what they learned from a 12-second TikTok video. Thanks, Mom. A beautiful animal like that in jail, what would you expect? He's lonely, you should hang out with him, like always. If you respond like this every time he screams, then that's why he screams. I'd start screaming back. I did that once, don't do that, because they repeat it, and then that's actually how that noise happened. Actually, fun story, I'm sorry. See, too fast of a movement. Fun story, that's actually how we learned that noise, is I started a screaming competition with him. He would go, ah, and then I go, ah, and then we would go higher and higher pitch to see who could be louder. It wasn't like, I don't know, I guess I'm not. I don't know, it was a game that I did like, I think twice, and then he started wanting to play it all the time, and that's how that noise came from. This is actually the whole reason why that noise is made. Fun stuff. OMG, let him be with you, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Don't close him off, question mark, 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 G's. Is that how you spell G's? Have I been spelling G's the wrong way, or is that not the right way? Have a bigger cage. How will you feel being stuck in a small cage? This is I'll have to take the dimensions again. I think it's 6 feet by 4 feet by 7? Doesn't sound right. I'll take the dimensions and I'll put them right here, but it's a very large cage. But okay. The cage is too small. Why is he alone? Why is he in a cage? They should only be there at night. What happens in the morning then? Checkmate. This is such a shit video. You would be screaming too if you were locked in a cage in a small room with a few windows. Animal abuse. Set him free. I'll pray for your beautiful bird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna delete that app right now. We're done here. Don't shut the door on the poor thing. Are you a poor thing? Are you a poor thing, Dante? Come here. Are you a poor thing? Dante, are you a poor thing? Ooh, he's a poor bird. Ooh, sorry. You got it? Good job. Even my cockatiel wasn't locked away in a separate bedroom. She was with her family. Door open, out in the open. Totally mean. This gives me too much anxiety. You know, I mean, at this point, it's all the same stuff. I think I don't know how long. This video is probably like into 20 minutes now. Yeah. That was a thing. What did we learn today on this episode of DBCV Exotics? We learned here, I want you to have some screen time. Good bird. So what did we learn here at DBCV Exotics? TikTok is not a good app. Going viral means a bunch of people on the internet that know more than you are going to tell you how to take care of your animals. And 3, what's 3? I don't have it. I thought you wrote it down. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. There's not a bird on my shoulder. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. We learned TikTok, not a good app. I already said all this. Anyway, if you liked the video, please feel free to give us a thumbs up. This is like 9 out of 10. This is probably the worst video I've ever made. I can guarantee you that. Production value, none. Birds, 2. So I think that makes up for it. Yay, now she's on my shoulder. You did what I wanted you to do, yay! Who's a good bird? Who's a good bird? You're a good bird. It tickles. If you liked the video, please feel free to give us a thumbs up. If you want to see some more of my animals or my breeding projects, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, DBCV Exotic. What are you doing? What are you doing? I know what you're doing. DBCV Exotics. You like videos like this? Probably not. This was a crap video. But if you like seeing my birds, let me know in the comment section. I might make more videos with them. They kind of are reptiles. Are you a reptile? Hey, are you a reptile? Are you a reptile? I think that answers that question. Bye.